In today's video, I am sharing 14 positive alternatives to nagging. Are you ready? Let's go. Welcome back. My name is Dom and I help people to step into their truth and power. I have a question for you. Do you enjoy being nagged? I know I don't enjoy being nagged, but whether you're being nagged or the one doing the nagging, I think we can all agree it's a miserable experience for everyone. Nagging is ineffective, and the only thing it really does is it puts a strain on your relationships. So instead, I'm going to give you 14 positive alternatives to nagging for you to try so you can get what you want. Some are really easy, you can start doing them immediately, while others are a little bit more advanced and you can work your way up into them. So the first one is do the math. Do the math. If you still need to convince yourself that nagging fails to get results, try counting. Try counting how many times you say the same thing. By the third, the fourth, and the fifth time, it's likely to turn out the same as the first 3 attempts. You have everything to gain by trying a new approach. The second thing, focus on the positive instead of the negative. Focus on the positive. Keep your eye on the big picture. When you think about your family, your friends, your colleagues, and how they enrich your life, it's easier to cut them some slack on the less pleasant details of your interactions with them. Number 3, just do it yourself. It may be faster and more satisfying to complete a task yourself rather than waiting for someone else to do it. Maybe you have to learn how to put air in the tires of your car, or maybe you need to vacuum the stairs or wash the dishes, even when your partner was supposed to do those jobs this week. Here's the thing, we are 100% responsible for the experiences we have. And sometimes it's just easier to do it on your own instead of nagging time and again. Fourth, become more flexible and appreciative. Let your kids know how much you appreciate their willingness to help out, even if their methods are different from your own. Smoothing out the bedspread makes the room look tidier, even if you have to give up on having it made the way you would like it. Number 5, let others experience the consequences of their actions. Maybe your kids surprise you with a science fair project that they need your help with, and that's due the very next morning, on the same evening when you usually go grocery shopping. Well, eating tuna fish or cheese sandwiches for a week may help them understand the importance of giving you more adequate notice. Number 6, engage outside help. Consider paying professionals for chores that cause ongoing conflicts. A weekly house cleaning service may be worth the investment instead of the constant bickering and arguing and nagging that goes on. Maybe find another parent at your kid's school who would want to take turns driving them back and forth to soccer practice. Solicit help. Number 7, streamline your workload. Chronic irritability and feeling stressed is often a sign that we're just trying to do too much. Figure out which responsibilities are priorities and which you can put aside for another time. What must get done and what would be nice to get done. Number 8, embrace technology and use it wisely. A brief and gentle text message or automated calendar reminder delivers the same information with less risk of putting people on the defensive. Remind your partner that maybe you have a dinner party later that night to go to without having to say a word, just by sending a brief, gentle reminder message. Number 9, take time out. Deal with sensitive subjects when you're feeling calm and collected, and refrain from getting into sensitive subjects over electronic mediums like messaging or emails. Face-to-face and phone calls are the method of choice here for those sensitive conversations. But before getting into any of those conversations, the best thing you can do first is to settle down. Take time out. close your eyes and breathe. And take a walk to bring your energy down and bring yourself into a more neutral place. These next few strategies are more advanced alternatives to nagging that I invite you to try. The first one is address the root issues. Address the root issues. Take time to probe more deeply to see if nagging is a symptom of deeper issues in your relationship. When we take 100% responsibility for our experiences, you'll begin to realize that the problem is likely more related to you and how you're approaching a situation than it is the other person. Consider getting help by hiring a personal development or relationship coach. This is one of my wheelhouses and would love to have an opportunity to support you here if I could. And if things are really volatile, consider seeing a therapist or a counselor. This help may be needed. Second, be more direct. Ask for what you want. Work up the courage to state what you need clearly and tactfully. One skillful message will always be years of beating around the bush. Listen well. Listen well. Practice active listening. Active listening is really concentrating fully on what the other person is saying and confirming that you understand what they said instead of trying to think about the next thing you're going to say to them or how you're going to answer them while they are still speaking. It's easier to cooperate with each other when we're each feeling heard and understood and cared for. Nurture your self-esteem. Some studies have suggested that women are a bit more prone to nagging because they feel like they have less power in some of their relationships. But no matter if you're a man or a woman, encourage yourself with positive self-talk and pursue meaningful goals. Feeling strong and secure makes you less vulnerable to finding faults in other people. And so, if you're tired of repeating the same requests over and over again without getting the results you desire, it's time. It's time to try some alternatives to nagging. Focus on yourself and what you can change to get the results you desire. Change your expectations. Improve your communication skills. Focus on responding instead of reacting. In doing this, you'll find that all of your relationships will begin to really improve, and you'll have a better chance of getting what you want. If this information was helpful to you, I'd like to take a moment to invite you to join my brand new free online community, ProEmpowerment Online. I'm sharing valuable content in the newsfeed of that group, but even more, you'll have the ability to join in the conversation in a place where we can freely share without being shut down or censored or judged. To join me in that community, it's 100% free. Just click on the ProEmpowerment Online link in the comments and description box below. So I'm curious, what alternatives to nagging would help you the most? I invite you to share that in the comments below. And with that, I would like to thank you for joining me today. I love that you're here with me. And until I connect with you again for my next video, stay well, stay healthy, and stay empowered.